hello, hello. All right, now I have to be able to see this. So I may have to put it up here. Yeah, I gotta put it up here. All right, let me get y'all up here. Hi, guys. All right, now we are on a roll. Okay, let's see what we got. Hi, Justin. Hi, Whispers of Three, which is Diane. Got another one. Hi, Tangerine Layla. Hi, Darian, Miranda, Jackie. Hot chocolate in hand, dude. That sounds good. Hi, Steph. Artsy, Steven, Gretchen, Michelle, Ange. No problem. Hi, Ange. We understand. Anastasia, Trinity, hello. Dandelion, hi. Willow, Sherrybug, Gypsy, Tar Apple, hi. Okay. So welcome. We are back in the apothecary part here. Hi, Ash. So I just missed your live. It must not have been very long because we were having an admin meeting and then Maddie said, oh, Ashley just went live, and I clicked over and you were done already, but I'll watch it back. All right. Hi, Dawn. It was very quick. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better. What's the topic tonight? So we're just doing general protection magic. So if you want to be able to protect your house, be able to protect yourself, all that kind of stuff, then you have an idea of some things that you can think about. Hello. Oh, juice. I can't do this. I got to put my glasses on to see down here, and then I'm not wearing bifocals, I swear. Hi, Nat. And Joyce. Hi. All right. So, who is messaging me? Oh, I think it's Jess. All right. So let's get started because I have a cool deck that I'd like to show off if we get time at the end, because boy, I just haven't had time this week. It's been a little crazy kind of week. Hi, Donna. Thank you for knowing that I needed the help there. Witch's bottle. Yeah, we can go over witch's bottle for sure. Lillian, hello. So that's why I decided to do it down here, because most of my ingredient kind of stuff is all down here. And so that way, if any of you have questions or I get an idea of, something else that we could do, then I have all my stuff down here to get to. Perfect. Okay. So let's just talk about the basics. First of all, what are we talking about with protection magic? So there's protection from all kinds of things. There's protection from negative energy. There's protection from, like you get at work sometimes, or at school. Sometimes those people who just have to have drama all the time. And we call them energy vampires. Where, like, after a little while, especially if you're empathic, after a little while, you're like, oh, I'm just exhausted. I can't do this anymore. Then there's some things that you could do to kind of ward yourself off from that kind of negative energy so that you don't kind of get sucked into it. And especially if you're empathic, it's easy to get sucked into that because you want to help them. So you're immediately going, oh, what can I help you with? And but if you attach your energy to that, it sucks it right back out. And so you're left feeling like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Right? Thanks for the intro, Ashley. So, hi, honey. And did I miss anyone out? Kat, hello. That is the definition of working in healthcare for sure. Right, Steph? Yeah, absolutely. And so there is stuff that you can do to kind of ward some of that off. There's also stuff that you can do when people, some people just, no matter what you do, they're gonna give you that negative vibe. You have a falling out with someone, like my mother, sometimes I just have to back her up a little. I just have to, because she is right up in my shit. She is, with this whole weird situation that I'm having, she's like, I gotta be right in there, and so I need to be able to block that energy from her being able to put that bad negative feeling at me. I have to be able to, hold on a second. I can't take that bad negative stuff. I've got enough of my own, So part of that is, again, when we talk about what a spell is when you take your intention, you decide your intention today is I'm going to block any negativity from getting at me. And there's several things that you can do to, if you want to, send whatever they're giving to you, you can kind of send it back to them. So it's like a block and a reversal. There's two different ways to do it. And then there's also just a natural scrubbing energy that any negativity that comes in, it kind of gets scrubbed and changed into positive energy anyways. So you have to figure out exactly what your intention is and then go from there. Hi, Wisdom. Hi there. I'll be here with you, although quiet. I am tired to watch chat and video, but here I am. Well, welcome, and we're glad you're here. No problem, honey. So let's start with just the scrubbing part. Let's say you just want to do some general things so that, hi, Anna, so that when that negative energy comes in, it gets scrubbed out and turned into positive energy that you can then use as positive energy. There's lots of things, hi, Catherine, that can do that. The first thing that comes to my mind, of course, is crystals, because I am all about the crystals. And black candles, yep. And that has a lot to do with it. So when you start with, I'm going to start with the crystal part of it, which for crystals, the first one that comes to my mind is black tourmaline. Hi, Leah Lynn. Got it. Leah Lynn, I got it. Black tourmaline is one of the best scrubbing crystals, and they're called scrubbing crystals. Hi, Beck. That I have ever been around. I've kind of been around a lot of crystals. So it looks like they call it Shore also. It's SCHORL. And hi, Jennifer and Johnny. Hi, Johnny. And it's really like a soft crystal, and it easily kind of breaks apart, and it's pretty affordable. Exactly. It's easy to get. Yes, Jen, I call it, damn it, I missed it. Filtering, yep, and envision the negative energy filtering into a wisdom tree and positive energy flowing out of it. Exactly. And so that's what happens. These negative vibes, they're coming at you, and you have either black tourmaline in your pocket, or you have a necklace that has black tourmaline in it. And so it goes into this black tourmaline, and the black tourmaline says, oh no, that's one of those things we can't allow. So it goes, I'm going to scrub that right out. And instead, I'm going to release calm, positive energy out instead. We're just not even going to let that negative energy hit her. So black tourmaline, black tourmaline, black tourmaline. I can't say it enough, black tourmaline. I used to have a real big chunk of it. And I knew, now black tourmaline, because it is a scrubbing crystal, needs to be cleansed a lot. So sage, I would not put it in running water because it's that kind of flaking crystal. But sage, blowing in the wind, air, sound, all kinds of things that can cleanse it. And you want to cleanse it a lot because it is a hard worker and it is pulling in a negative energy all around. So make sure you cleanse it a lot. I used to have a real big piece, and it literally just broke apart one day, and I thought, okay, Thank you. Has gone on a walkabout. See, I know, I'm telling you, the little gnomes and fae, they just take them sometimes. I still cannot find my rhodochrosite skull that's been missing for like a year. And I hate when, Facebook gives you that, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, this is what happened. And because every week I post my counsel, I've gotten a lot lately in the last couple months that have been my rhodochrosite skull. And I thought, where the heck can she be? I don't get it. I haven't been able to find her yet. So thank you. So black tourmaline. I would say that's the first and most basic thing you can do is have some black tourmaline on you. That will totally help. Okay. We are just doing protection stuff. General protection energy magic. Okay. So what else? The next thing somebody said, black candles. And yes, absolutely. Black candles will help. Same thing. Black candles are going to pull in the black color. Can you cleanse it with selenite? Yes, absolutely. Selenite is a great cleanser. As a matter of fact, I have a whole sheet that talks just about selenite and black tourmaline together. Somewhere. Right here. Perfect. So what it says is selenite, excellent stone for use in protection grids. So that's the other thing with crystals. You can make a grid. What about internal negative energy, depression, anxiety? That is the same thing. That will pull that negative energy right out of you, scrub it, and give you back positive energy. So that's what we want. I missed a question, I think was in caps. I don't have a lot of black tourmaline, but I have lots of hematite. I'm getting there. We'll definitely get there. No problem. That's okay, honey. So excellent stone for protection grids. If you're going to make a grid, we've talked about grids before. And so it really is just arranging some crystals that are all for the same purpose for what your intention that you want and lining that up and saying, okay, this is the intention. I'm going to set that grid for this intention and allowing it to work. Selenite is great in enhancing the properties of other stones as well as cleansing and charging them. It dispels negative energy and removes energy blocks, making it the perfect protection stone. Also known as shoal, black tourmaline is said to be a purifying stone, deflecting and transforming negative energy. It is also believed to repel and protect oneself from black magic. Black tourmaline is a do-it-all kind of stone. Together, they can do no wrong. I have heard too, if you get points, black tourmaline point and a selenite point, and you have the black tourmaline point in your giving hand. Now, everybody is different. Sometimes your giving hand, when you normally want to give something away, mine is the right, and my receiving hand is always the left. So if you take your giving hand and point that black tourmaline point straight out, it'll pull that negative energy out of you. And the selenite will pull positive energy back in. You point the selenite back towards you. So you have one in each hand and just sit there and meditate with it. And whew, you're going to flip everything right around and scrub everything right out of you that's bad. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I'm going to go back to, is there something else in here? Ancient. So black tourmaline, ancient, teeny tiny writing. Ancient magicians relied upon black tourmaline to protect them from earth demons as they cast their spells. So if you're doing a spell that is a particularly important spell that you don't want any wonky energy getting in there, have a black tourmaline on you. It will protect you and your area while you're doing that spell. But this is not just a European mineral. It is found worldwide. Native Americans and African shamans included black tourmaline in rituals as protection against negative spells and even to remove past life curses. So past life work, that's something we haven't brought up yet. Let's say you have done a past life reading for yourself and you find out, oh, you've got some negative things in there. We all do. That is something that can help heal that past life energy. So you have to work with it. You have to have that intention when you're doing it. It's not like you can just hold the black tourmaline and say, okay, whatever it is that you have to take care of it. It will help with that, but you have to set its intention. So if you want to do something with past life stuff, I would meditate with it and say, okay, we're going to go through my past lives here, black tourmaline. Let's do this. Meditate with it. Think about it. Let it scrub. I've used tobacco. It's better for cleansing things. Yep, we're going to get to the herb part too. That's a whole like separate thing, although we can put them together. All right. I don't know why I keep taking my glasses off. All right. What else? Obsidian. So I will say this. First of all, black stones in general are all pretty good about negative energy blockers. Some of them do things differently, but they are mostly negative energy blockers or reflectors or scrubbers or all that black stuff. Snowflake Obsidian. So that is what we're going to talk about is obsidian. Next, a stone without boundaries or limitations. It works extremely fast and with great power. A strongly protective stone forms shields against negativity, blocks psychic attacks, and removes negative spiritual influences. So awesome. Obsidian. It's another great stone. Now, don't forget that there's several different kinds of obsidian. Boy, I don't know. We probably won't be able to see this. Oh, maybe a little bit. I don't know if you can tell what that is. But this is rainbow obsidian. Oh, you can tell a little bit. Yep, a little bit. Rainbow obsidian is really good. Rainbow obsidian's specialty is that rainbow energy, that la la la, bright energy, that luck, that when you think of rainbows, I always think of the little leprechaun, so I think of luck. But that sunshine and rainbows kind of energy, the 10 of cups kind of energy, that's what rainbow obsidian looks for and sucks that right in. What else? There's regular black obsidian. And some of it is see-through and some of it is not. Here is, this piece is not see-through, looks a heck of a lot like that black tourmaline. The difference is it's not quite as soft and it is more reflective. So obsidian forms a shield where tourmaline would suck it in and scrub it. Obsidian reflects. It forms a shield and reflects stuff back. Okay? Apache tear, that is able to be seen through. So Apache tear is good for sucking that negative energy in. Doesn't scrub it. It just reflects it in a different direction. Perfect. Yay. Okay. What else? What other kind of obsidian is there? Somebody mentioned snowflake obsidian. And that is here. Here is some snowflake obsidian. Same kind of thing. Very reflective. Because it's snowflake obsidian. Come on, camera. You can do it. There you go. Because it's snowflake obsidian, we are talking about a shield, reflective, and it makes the giver, whoever is giving that negativity, it makes them cold. So it reflects it right back to them. Okay, so that's a good one for specific people. Those energy vampires that we're talking about, where they really are sucking it right out of you. That's a specific one just for them. Here is mahogany obsidian. That's another one, little different. Now, mahogany obsidian is great because see that warm mahogany color? Hopefully. Warm mahogany color. It's awesome. Awesome. Warm mahogany color. Obsidian. Reflects, has a shield. Reflects it back. And because it's that mahogany color, it is grounding. Extremely grounding. Now, there's not a lot of obsidian. I have to say now, a lot of people will say that obsidian is all grounding, and that's okay. I don't find it particularly grounding because it's really harsh with some things. So I don't use it a lot as a grounding stone. However, mahogany obsidian, because of that mahogany color, that goes right to your root chakra. Right to your root chakra, which is the grounding part. So it does ground you and shields you. So if you are one that needs that grounding too, go for the mahogany obsidian. Because that root chakra red, that mahogany color will ground you too. Okay? All right, so what else? What else? What else? We have, ooh, now I'm not going to be able to get it back in my jar. Don't ask me how it originally, oh, look at that. It finally went in. All right. So, guys, be aware. I know that there's trolls out there, and that's okay. Hopefully my moderators are waking up here and can try to get on it. We knew there was going to be trolls tonight, right? With everything going on, ignore. That's the best thing you can do. Totally ignore. We're good. Because that's really what they want, right? They want us to flip out and blah, blah, blah. We're just not going to feed that. We got better things to feed tonight. All right, Septarian. Love me some Septarian. Here we go. Perfect. Septarian. 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 Look how cool this stone is. It is awesome. Let me read you exactly what it does for your protection part. A protective stone, providing both grounding. Let me show it while I'm reading it. Duh. Providing, it reminds me of giraffe. Absolutely, for sure. Providing both grounding and shielding of the physical, mental, and emotional body. This stone helps to harmonize emotions and intellect with the higher mind, used to enhance and nurture communication within a group. Woohoo! And a useful tool for public speaking, also used to assist with a deeper communication with Mother Earth. So, Septarian, I love this stone. I have to say, you guys, I don't work with it enough. I really need to work with it more. Because look, it's my buffalo, right? For my Buffalo Bills. Love it. Septarian is made, now wait till you hear it. This is the only stone of this kind that's made this way. It's made because this first part, see the brown parts here? That is the first part of the stone made, and it was a block of this part of the stone. And the glaciers, when the glaciers came through, they carried all of this kind of stone up from the North Pole area, Alaska area, and carried it down. And then when the glaciers receded, it cracked this brown stone. It cracked it all up. And when the glaciers receded, all of this yellow stone was left behind. It pulled yellow stone, which I can't remember the name of it right now, into all of the cracks. And so when this fossilized, now it's actually a combination of 2 or 3 different stones because it had pulled cracks through and allowed this combination of stones that looks really cool and is two different energies. But together is protection, is communication, is all this great stuff in the stone. Really, really cool. Huge lumps, almost like geodes. Yes, 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 absolutely. So this is a good protection stone too. Hold on, I need a sip of water. I never knew it had those qualities. It does, it does. It does, it does. And someone mentioned hematite, which, oh, and I haven't said anything about my chiastolite. Where's that paper? Hold on, I'm missing one. Here it is. Okay, chiastolite. Chiastolite is another one. It's Andalusite. Where's my big one? Here we go. All right, chiastolite looks like this. See the cross in it? It is a form of Andalusite. It contains the black particles of graphite. And that usually are arranged in geometric patterns. The ones that are hard to get are the ones that are in those crosses, because that's like the crossroads energy. The cross brings you luck, wellness, and safety as it protects spaces from harm or intrusion. So not all of them have those crosses. But if you look at the end of them, you can usually see where it would be a cross if it came together. Like this one is, it's a little wonky, but that energy is still there. And you can usually find at least one cross on each stone. There's a good one. And usually it's like on the end. So perfect. That's another one. Really cool. Love it. Looks like all of my crystals went on a walkabout unless I put them in a different spot. Sometimes that happens. We all do it. All right, chiastolite we talked about. Perfect. What else? What can I see on here? Haha. Okay, talked about tourmaline. Fire agate. Fire agate is a great stone too. Ready? Hold on. I got some someplace. Oh, here we go. Fire agate is such a pretty stone. Now, I do not have great. Yes, close. Chiastolite. Hold on. Let me show you the bottle here. There you go. Perfect. My papers all come from Pinterest. Most of this stuff I just got right off my Pinterest pages, guys, because I've already done the readings and put them on Pinterest. So when I say my Pinterest is a wealth of knowledge, it really is. It's not all my knowledge. I know a lot of it, but I don't know all of it. There's no way. But stuff that I don't know, I put in there so I can go back and refer to it. Okay, so fire agate. My fire agate, I'll be honest with you, is probably pretty crappy fire agate. There's some gorgeous, gorgeous fire agate out there, which has these gorgeous flashes of light and color. And mine, you may not be able to see this very well. Hold on. Let me put it on my black here. You can kind of see a little bit of a flash if I can get this to focus on the stone. Yes, I have worked with charoite. Oh, yes, the purple charoite. Yes, I love charoite. Highly expensive stone, though, to get. If you find a really cheap piece, be very cautious because it's usually fake. China right now is trying to create a lot of that charoite from other stuff, from amethyst. They kind of treat it with stuff, and charoite is really expensive. I have like 2 pieces that are like this big. And they were all like $10 for a piece, a tiny piece. So be wary if you see big pieces that are not very expensive, because they usually are fake. Just to be aware. Okay. I'm trying to find some with flash. It's hard because my light is not great in here. Oh, see the green flash? Did you catch it? There it is. See that green flash in there? There are some of these fire agates. There you go. That one is pretty. You can see a couple of them. Focus on the crystal, damn it. Really, really gorgeous crystals. And these are highly fire energy protection. So when someone is really going after you, try a fire agate in your spell. Try to, and we'll talk about what kind of spell to do, but try fire agate, because that fire energy is built right into the green flash. And there's some with purple, and there are some gorgeous fire agate. Gorgeous. And because it's that fire energy is trapped right into the stone, it is a great, great stone for giving back what people are giving to you. So if people are being horrible to you, try that. Put that in there, because that fire energy will go right back to them. Okay? What else? I got a couple more stones, and then we'll move on to herbs, and then we'll talk about the spells in general, okay? Pyrite, which I didn't pull out. We all know, I assume now, it looks like it's called fool's gold. You know, it looks like gold, and it's fairly heavy. It's like a metal. And tiger's eye, yep, that's a great stone. Now, tiger's eye is more for personal protection. So if you have it on you, it is like good for car rides, for plane rides, but I could look at your stone all night. Thank you, Ash. It's really good for personal protection. So when you are, I usually put it like in my travel moho bags, because it's really good for when you're traveling. It kind of puts a bubble around you. It's not a great stone for reflection, like reflecting energy back, and it's not a great stone for negative energy necessarily. It's like actual physical protection for your car. Yep, I keep a couple in my car. I have a little moho bag in my car that has some protection herbs and some tiger eye and that kind of stuff in it. So tiger eye is good for that. So hematite, I can't believe I didn't pull out my hematite. Hematite is one that is very good. If you look at hematite, what does it look like? It's got that mirror reflection. Hematite is good at reflecting back. So again, one of those that if somebody is giving you negative energy, it'll reflect that back. So that's one that reflection spells, mirror spells, that kind of thing, you can reflect it back. Moonstone is, I missed it. Moonstone is good for protection when you are traveling. Yes, moonstone is too. Absolutely. Labradorite, yep. And citrine, for sure. Labradorite has that same kind of fire energy in there. Now, to me, Labradorite is a different feeling. It's not the fire energy. It is, I call it air energy, because to me, it is the northern lights, which to me has to do with the airflow, because you can only see it when the airflow, when the pressure is right. And usually it's up north, like, you know, Sweden and Norway and Alaska and that kind of thing. I feel that energy differently as an air energy. But it is also a good reflective. Good. All right. Dalmatian Stone. Dalmatian Stone is named for what? A Dalmatian. And what does a Dalmatian do? When you think of a Dalmatian, what are you thinking of? A fire truck. And the Dalmatian stone is known for protecting from fire energy. So there are dyed, spots. They look like spots. Absolutely. Most of them are like this. You can get them dyed which doesn't change their energy, guys. I know some people are like, oh, dyed stones, no, that's unnatural, blah, 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 whatever. It doesn't change their energy. It doesn't change the stone. If you have a dress and you're like, oh, I love this dress, I just wish it was in purple, and you dye it purple, does that change the fact that you look awesome in that dress, whether it was pink, purple, red, or blue? No. It just changes the outside of the stone into a different color. Doesn't mean anything. So I have a red one. I have a blue one. Does not change the energy of the stone. So let me say that again. Dyed crystals work just fine. I know a lot of people are like, they dyed that, I don't like it. Who cares? That doesn't change the scientific, metaphysical properties of the stone. It just puts a coating on the outside. That energy goes right through that coating. They dyed it. Yep, exactly. So that's a good one for that. Good, good, good. What else do we got? I can't believe I gotta have my glasses on and put it in the light. Like when you find the perfectly fitting jeans, so you buy them in all the wash options. Yes, exactly, Sherry Bug, exactly. Exactly. Amethyst, again, amethyst is a good stone for the same kind of protection as tiger eye, except includes sickness in there. So around flu season, cough season, cold season, carry some amethyst on you and you won't get sick quite as much because it's that physical protection. But for some reason, amethyst is really good at kind of warding away colds and stuff like that too. Turquoise protects travelers. Oh, red jasper and jet. Okay, so here's the biggie. This is the one I'm going to end with for the crystals. Is there anything else? Hold on. Aventurine. Aventurine wards off negativity. Depends on what color you have, which kind of negativity it wards off. Hold on. Before I get to them, let me show you them because I have my aventurine. All right, so aventurine comes in all kinds of... Yes, does not change the energy or the makeup of the stone. Thank you, yes. Aventurine, most aventurine you find usually comes in this light green. And it's a very pretty color. Aventurine, green aventurine. Hold on, what did I say? I'm going to contradict what they said. Oh yeah, wards off negativity. Okay. Green aventurine wards off heartache because it connects with your heart chakra. Blue aventurine, not adventurine. I do that all the time. It's AV. No D in there. It's not adventure. It's aventure. It's aventurine. Blue aventurine. Whatever works for you works. That's right. Woohoo. Blue aventurine. That wards off. Oh, hold on, Lilith. I got something to say about that. Let me finish my thought or I'll never get back to it. You know, Mama Squirrel. Blue aventurine wards off throat stuff. So wards off like laryngitis, wards off negative words. Yellow aventurine. That is your solar plexus. That wards off feelings of bad feelings of yourself. That's where your self-confidence comes from, is your solar plexus chakra. White aventurine, crown chakra. So it wards off any bad spirits that are around. Okay? Perfect. Now, let me go back to, before I finish, let me go back to what was said. Oh, citrine and amethyst. Okay. Now, let me tell you, and I think I've said this before once or twice. Citrine and amethyst. Sorry to set you up and then take a drink. Citrine and amethyst are the same scientifically. They are the same stone. They are the same mineral. Same mineral. What happens is amethyst has not been cooking in the earth as long as citrine. When that mineral, that is amethyst, cooks for however millions of years and becomes purple and comes to the surface, it's done and it's decided to be amethyst. If that amethyst mineral is down in the earth for a couple more thousand years, it becomes citrine. That color property changes because it's been cooking in the earth for longer, comes to the surface as yellow, now it's citrine. The only difference between the bright, shiny citrine and purple amethyst is that the bright, shiny stuff, they cooked it in a kiln. So they sped up the process. But guess what? It's still the same thing. Still the same thing. It is exactly the same mineral. It does have different properties now when you have cooked it for a little longer because the color changes and metaphysically the way it feels changes. And you can tell. Also, if you leave amethyst in the sun, it'll completely fade. That's right. Absolutely. If you set them outside for a couple nights, let's say you just want to get the full moon light in it, and you leave it out there, you'll be like, wait, this was dark purple before, and now it's kind of light purple. Yeah, that's because the sun came, shined on it, and it kind of changed some of the atoms in that mineral and kind of took some of the color out. And that's, that happens. So, yes, the only problem is if they try to, they're both quartz. Thank you. If they try to pass it off as a natural citrine and it's that bright yellow, they're lying. Natural citrine does not come in bright yellow. It doesn't happen. I'm assuming alchemists did something like that back in the day. Exactly. The real citrine is uglier in my opinion. And that could be, it's funny because I was like, oh, I want natural. Because when you first start out, you hear a lot of that. Natural versus unnatural, dyed, not dyed, all that kind of stuff. So you kind of go, oh, I don't want dyed crystals. Well, then when you work with them, you're like, the energy is the same. Doesn't matter to me. But the stuff that is cooked after it's been come out, like they take amethyst, put it in a kiln, it comes out brighter. So some people like it better. Energetically, it's the same. I still, after all these years now, have a weird thing where I'm like, I really like the natural citrine. It's just in my head though. And I know it's just in my head. I have the other citrine. I have quite a few of them. I don't use them as much because just to me, I'm like, but this is natural. It's still natural. It's the same thing. I always seem to get weird looks when I'm in a crystal shop and point that out. Yes. Yep, exactly. And that's the other one. That howlite thing, that is a big deal because they try to pass it off as turquoise. So that really pisses me off. And their turquoise is really burnt amethyst and dyed howlite. Exactly. So that's the only thing. I remember I still have a bunch of dyed howlite. Poor howlite. Howlite is a good crystal. It's really good for sleep. If you're an insomniac, howlite is really good for that. I never used it, I have to say, because it pissed me off because I paid for turquoise when I first started off years and years ago. And I wish you were doing this a few weeks ago because I just, missed it. I just received some citrine and it's bright yellow. It's all right. It's the same thing, I promise. It just got sped up a little. Howlite is a great crystal as long as they're not trying to pass it off as turquoise. So back in the day when I first started, I bought all this turquoise and I'm like, oh, I got this great deal on it because I bought it in bulk. I bought all this turquoise. Yeah, no, it's not turquoise. It's dyed howlite. And so I put it away. I didn't throw it out, but I put it away because I was like, I don't want this dyed howlite. Because everybody does that. Oh, this is dyed. I don't want dyed. Howlite is great. It's just you have to know what you're buying. That's all. It's hard when you're first starting out, though, to know. I would say the first thing is, unfortunately, be careful from China. They are getting better at changing the properties, not the metaphysical properties, but changing, like adding stuff to it and cooking it. And they're doing all kinds of things to make stuff look like other stuff. Larimer, be really careful. They're getting really good with Larimer. It's really hard to tell if you're getting Larimer from China. There's a 90% chance you're getting fake shit. It's just the way it is. Sucks, but it is. So I'm sorry. But that is. Okay. Does ametrine have, yes, same physical effect because it's the same stone. So and then you get a little bit of both because you're talking purple, which is crown chakra, and it will connect you to your solar. So it will connect all of those from solar to heart to throat to third eye and to crown and connect all the way through. So that's a good thing. Okay. Crazy thing is China has actual great deposits of turquoise. Exactly. But if you're not paying for turquoise, like if you're like, oh, I got this awesome deal, probably not. If you're paying for it, then maybe. Ametrine is one of my favorite birthstones. I love ametrine too, for sure. Got it from getting a flu shot. Oh, I missed that. I don't know what that was, but I'm sorry. That sounds terrible. I bought a grass stone that's just cement with rotten plants and paint in it. Yep, there you go. God, I know it. You just have to be careful. It is everywhere. Okay, so let's go back to red jasper and jet. And we'll end with the stones with this. Red jasper and jet work together very interestingly. Red jasper and jet ward off negative witch shit. Like hexes, like negative spells, negative witchcraft. Red jasper and jet together work together specifically for negative witchcraft energy. So they each will help. If you only have one or the other, they will help with that kind of thing also. But together, they form a blockade. Because one is shielding and anything gets through. Oh, one is shielding and anything that gets through, the other one takes care of it. Amber and jet are good because amber works very similarly. And again, if you think about what amber is sap. It is sap from a tree. And so sap from a tree is connected to Mother Gaia, who can take anything negative, and suck it right in, transform it into great energy, and give it back to you. So amber is good with that too. But jet and so amber is a bit sticky. It is not usually. I will say there is what's called reconstituted amber out there, which is fine. Again, it's the same thing. It's just people have sped it along. They've taken sap from the amber tree and they've heated it. They've superheated it. And so it kind of sped it up. But if you have natural amber, it'll be more expensive because it took like 1 million years or whatever to get to that fossilized state. So if your amber is a little sticky, it's still amber, or it might still be amber, but it's usually reconstituted at that point, which just means it's sap that they heated up, and so they helped it along a little. Okay. Went to a gem show and they had little pieces of amber and they were all sticky. Okay, reconstituted, that's all. And that's okay. Or actually, the other thing is with reconstituted, they put a whole bunch of sap together and they mix it all up. And then they make it, like I have a huge reconstituted amber skull, which I love. I love its energy, but you have to understand that it's reconstituted. That's all. Hold on, here. This is my reconstituted amber. See how pretty that is, and clean and nice, and that means that it is reconstituted. It's still the sap, but they took all the sap, put it in a big vat, and heated it up. So it's really pretty. It's got great energy. I love it, but I know that it's not, you know, that the natural amber. And again, now, where am I going with that? Because energetically, it's the same. I have to say, for me, energetically, it is a little bit different. There's something that happens to it when it actually fossilizes. The amber, or not amber, the ametrine and the citrine are already fossilized. Like they're already stone when they heat it up. Amber is not stone yet. When they reconstituted it, you know, it changes it a little bit when they heat it up. Where is, oh, here we go. Here's my natural amber. So here is my piece of natural amber. You see how different that is? Hold on. There you go. Now, this is also really dark amber. It doesn't have to be this dark. I have other natural amber someplace, but I just happen to know that's where that was. That is, it's not clean and pretty usually because it's been around for a long, long time. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. So have I missed anything? How are we doing, admins? Have I missed questions or anything that I need to know? So I'm waiting for it to catch up just so I know. Then we'll go into the herbs. Organite pendulum, that's awesome. I love Organite. Her eBay page that Jen got me hooked on. Yep, absolutely. You are doing good. Perfect. Someone asked, what is a good stone for dream recall? Let me think. Okay. Dream recall stone. I would say, first of all, first one that comes to mind is Angelite. It is a very light blue stone. That's a good one. Dream recall. Herb-wise, rosemary. Rosemary is good for memory. There's another one. I'm missing the main one. Oh, brown tourmaline, also called dravenite. Yep, something like that. Dravenite? I might have to go get it. I can't believe I just got the notification of this live. I was rewatching the last live this whole time. If you're in the Facebook page, just let me, remind me and I will post some for you, okay? Aragonite, yes. Yes, I think you may be right with that too, Jack. Yep. I love black kyanite. Black kyanite is incredible. Kyanite of any kind, first of all. Kyanite is an awesome stone because it cleanses and recharges all of your chakras, all of them. So blue kyanite is, I carry a big blue kyanite wand a lot because it's really good at that. Black kyanite is good for similar. It's really good at scrubbing. It's a good scrubber, so it scrubs out negative stuff. They're called witches' brooms, so they're really helpful to witches in a lot of different ways. Can't see, sorry. Jade for dream recall. That sounds like it's possible for sure. For sure. Okay. Let's move on to herbs real quick here. So we're going to talk about protection herbs. Hi, local shop has mini athame-shaped blue kyanite. Ooh, nice. Mine is, oh, look at that right here. I have some of my daily stones out here charging. So I love mine. This one actually has black in it also. I don't know if you can see it. But it has real dark blue, and it has pieces of the black kind of in it. I adore mine. I carried a lot, if you can't tell. Love it. Love this piece. And it fits in my hand perfect, and I just love it. Okay, protection herbs. For me, and again, what works for you works. So you may find that some of the ones that I say are not the same for you, but some of them are. My first go-to protection herb is star anise. There is something to me about star anise that is super protective. Super. And that's the first thing I think of with star anise. It's like right in your face with, I'm going to protect you from all kinds of stuff. And clove, yes. And it smells so good. It smells awesome. Love it. But yes, anise. So protection against the evil eye and bad dreams. Good. Basil. Basil, protection against spirits and evil. Basil. So, you're just starting out. You have a kitchen. You might not have cinnamon's on here. You might not have, my apothecary thing here. But spicy, yep, any spicy herb. That's right, pepper flakes. It's perfect. You might not have my apothecary here, but go to your kitchen. Open it up. What do you feel from there? Try it out. What works for you works, right? Bay leaf. Bay leaf is good protection. Carry, burn, decorate. Bay leaves, I always write stuff that I want to release on bay leaves. So for me, I'm always like, I need to get rid of negative self-doubt or something. Negative self-doubt. And burn it. Gone. Good. Black pepper. Protection against negativity, evil, and jealousy. Cayenne pepper. Again, we're talking about peppers. Protection against negativity. Cloves. Protection for babies and against negativity and gossip. Awesome. Coriander. Use fresh for protection against ill health. Cumin. Protection against evil and theft. Dill. Protection against dark forces. Dill. A lot of us have dill right in our cupboards, right? A lot of these are. Fennel. Protection against evil, curses, and problems. Fennel. Garlic. Protection against magic, negativity, spirits, and envy. Perfect. Leeks. Protection against negativity. Lime. Protection against the evil eye, hexes, and ill health. Marjoram. Protection against negative energy. Rosemary. Rosemary to me is, again, yes, this is on my Pinterest. Yep. Protection against a lot of things. Rosemary is one of my go-to protections against negativity in general. Salt. So white salt, black salt, sea salt, all that. Salt. Protection against pretty much everything. Salt, and salt. Start with that. Coconut. Protection against negativity and evil spirits. Blueberry. Protection against psychic attack. And that one works. I've used that one for sure. I mean, not that any of them don't work. I've used a lot of them, but that one in particular for psychic attacks, that does work. Nettle. This is teeny. Nettle. Dispels darkness and fear, strengthening the will and aiding the ability to handle emergencies. Frankincense. Burn for protection during consecration, spell work, and meditation. Mullein. Protection from nightmares and sorcery, courage, cursing, and invoking the spirits. Burn to banish bad influences and bring an immediate halt to bad habits. Angelica Root. Very powerful protection herb. This herb protects against negative energy and attracts positive energy. It creates barriers against negative energy. It has been used as incense in healing and exorcisms. You can scatter this herb around a space for purification, protection, and uncrossing hexes or curses. Angelica Root. Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus cleanses your home, evil spirits and negativities, gets rid of enemies. Five-finger grass wards off evil, provides luck and protection while traveling. Garlic, we talked about graveyard dirt. Used to harm others, also to protect from that harm that others would do to you. Hen's eggs, preferably from a black hen, but in a pinch, any egg will do. Used in uncrossings. Same thing, uncrossings. Are the eggshells especially, yes, protection of children. Yes, 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 yes. That Casparilla, where's my Casparilla? Oh, of course, it's way at the top. Hold on. Because they're in alphabetical order. Oh, there it is. I see it. I am awful tall, and even I have to really reach for the top shelf there. Jen, I used an egg and primitive crystal ball. Ooh, nice. Nice. Casparilla. Oops, and of course it's upside down. Casparilla. That's my Casparilla powder that I make from my hen's eggs. So again, uncrossing spells, that will help with that. Raw hen's egg, especially if you can get it from a black hen. But in a pinch, you can use anyone. Whorehound, protection from wild beasts. Yeah, we need a protection file on Facebook. We can do that. Good idea, Jack. Good idea. Hyssop. I just saw my hyssop. Where did I just see it? Was it up there? Damn it. Probably. Hyssop. Where did I? Literally, I just saw it. Nope. Nope. Mugwort. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It's probably in front of me. Yeah. Don't know. It's up there someplace. Hyssop. Cleanses home and clears away crossed conditions. Lavender. Protects home, protects your marriage. Lemongrass. Draws good luck while protecting from evil. Lye. Especially a brand called Red Devil Lye. Bury outside in four corners of your property in an unopened with the devils facing outward. Protects from enemies. Caution, highly corrosive and hazardous to handle, but very effective. So be careful. Motherwort, protection of family and home. Mugwort, safe travel. Peppermint, any mint. Mint is great at protection. Peppermint protects from enemies, jinxing, reverses curses, and if burned, cleanses home of unwanted spirits. Red brick dust. Maddie, didn't you just get red brick dust if he's in here? Protects home and illegal businesses. As well as a lot of other things. Red brick dust is really good for a lot of things. Rosemary, we talked about. Rue. Rue, I use rue all the time. Rue clears away or reverses jinxes. Purifies spirit and home. Use in bath to break spells. Wards off evil eyes. Sage. Smoke cleanses home of negativity and lingering evil spirit, wards off evil eye. A wand made from witch hazel wood is especially potent for protection, warning, and divination, and has the added benefit of being able to locate water underground. Red brick dust, the same thing as brimstone. It is not. Red brick dust came from the hoodoo practices. Hoodoo or voodoo? Hexen, are you here? I can't remember which one it is. And it is actually ground up old red bricks, right? I believe. Of course, I'm not a voodoo hoodoo person, so I might be talking out my ass here. I'm asking an expert. Hexen, my love. Hoodoo. Santeria. Aha. Okay. Okay. So that is some of the herbs, guys. How we doing? Let me take a drink. Juniper, yes, juniper berries. I've got them right here. Juniper berries. I used that in the stuff that I ground up recently. So, how do you make a spell out of all this? Again, what is a spell? A spell is your intentions, and you're going to take all of the things that your little heart can gather that you know are used and work for you for this intention. And when you have gathered all that, I usually start with the herb part. This was my protection blend. My camera sucks. There it is. Which has rue and cinnamon and anise and a couple other things in there. And I grind it up. And when you're, keep in mind again, what's the most important thing is your intention. Your intention, your intention, your intention, your intention. So everything you do as you're gathering these herbs, yes, you can burn the peppermint, absolutely. As you're gathering these herbs, as you are collecting your supplies, you're thinking of this intention. What is your intention to do this? Rosemary and lavender and everything, right? Rosemary I use in almost everything. You're right. Lavender I use in a lot of things. Lavender to me, as long as I have actual lavender flowers, I use it in a lot. But the oil, God, I'm not a fan of lavender oil. There's something in it that just rubs me the wrong way. But anyways, spells. So everything is about that intention. So as you're gathering supplies, you're thinking, I'm going to protect myself from this thing, from this person, from this energy vampire work, from psychic protection, for this. You're going to gather that together. If it's herbs, I usually start with my herbs. And as I'm grinding, now I use this mortar and pestle a whole lot. It's cast iron. I'm a dropper, and I've dropped and broken some of my like ceramic ones. I have a ton, but this is my go-to, and my granite. I love my granite one too. Because if I drop it, I know it's not breaking. There's nothing that can happen to it. But I am, the entire time, I am thinking of what my intention is. And you are putting that energy, let it start up in your heart, flow right through your fingertips, and you put that energy in every single piece of this spell that you're doing. So you are grinding that intention right up into your herbs. You want to add a stone into there that intention is there. That's partly why I keep those little stones. I have a whole bunch of bottles of chips, is because if I'm doing a spell, I don't want to put one of my big tumbled stones in there. I'm going to put a couple chips in. Grind that all together. Now, what do we do with it? There's a whole bunch of things we can do with it. Depends on what we're talking about. Hold on. Dumb question, probably. Hold on. No dumb questions. But do any of you smell herbs or oils or fragrances when you're online with Jen? Right? I swear smell-o-vision should be a thing. All right. There's a number of things you can do. So what else can you think of that we can add to the spell? Somebody said candles. So yes, we can definitely add candles. If it is, let's go with, there's an energy vampire at work, and you're going to reflect that energy vampire's energy back at them. So you put all the reflection herbs in there, you grind them up, you're thinking, I'm going to keep this energy vampire's energy away from me. It should be a thing, but this is not the first time. I totally understand. Me too. And that's a psychic ability rare. I think anyways, You're going to put that all into what you're doing. You're going to take a candle. It depends on what you're doing with it. Are you going to burn something so that that intention gets released in the air? Are you going to put herbs on a 7-day candle and burn that for 7 days? Are you going to put all your herbs and stones in a cauldron and light it on fire and bring it outside and release that to the goddess or the god or whoever you're working with? All right, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do to set that intention. For a hex, like you're trying to do a hex or you're trying to ward off a hex. If you're trying to ward off a hex, again, so many ways to do that. You can put the herbs that you want to ward off. You've decided you've gotten all that ward stuff together. Put the herbs on a 7-day candle. Put that candle to light on an altar from, I would do, like my go-to dark mother is Hecate. I would give that to Hecate. Let her take care of that. She is going to be taking that intention. Lilith, yep. She's going to be taking that intention and carrying that out to what needs to be done. What else can you do? You can take, now I have dragon candle holders, and I have put a silver candle in the dragon candle holder. This is a protection candle now, because I have set that intention into this candle and said, I want that protection energy in here. And I'm going to set that up on my altar and light the candle and meditate about that certain protection as it burns. If this is something that you want to stick around, if you're protecting yourself from something, Catherine, look at thrifting. Candles is one of the biggest things I get from thrift shops, because you can buy a whole bag of cool candles and stuff for a couple bucks usually. If you are warding off a hex, all right, set that up on your Hecate altar. When you go to bed at night and it's time to, you have done your working with it, you have meditated about releasing that back, reflecting that back to the person who did that to you, you are not going to blow it out. Keep that in mind. Now I'm going to tell you right now, if you're the hexer, blow it out, because you're blowing that energy away from you. If you are the hexie and you're protecting yourself, snuff it out so you can relight it. That energy stays there. You're not blowing it away from you. You want that energy to stay with you. Okay? I'm not right to ask anything else. If it feels right for you, answers outside my tradition, because the path I walk is very strict, but not for everyone. There you go. And same thing, if it works for you, it works. Don't forget that. So, Claire, the smelling things, yeah, that's a psychic ability. It is one of the more rare. Is that what you guys have been talking about? That is one of the more rare ones. So what else? Protection. I also have a candle that's a dragon. I have a candle that is a gargoyle. Or I have gargoyle stones. I will set up gargoyle stones around. I will take my herb, put a piece of charcoal into one of my cauldrons. Piece of charcoal, which that's what's in here. It's charcoal. Put a piece of your charcoal into your cauldron. Put those herbs around it. Sit down and send that energy. Either that protection energy around you. I would, if you're like reversing curses and putting curses and hexes and stuff back at other people, I would put a mirrored ball of energy around you. Why a mirror? Because that's going to reflect it back. Anything you do, you want to think about what's the best way to do this. Do I want to reflect energy back? Then I'm going to picture a mirrored ball around me. that reflects that energy back to the sender. Return to sender spell, reversal spell, reflects back to them. So I'm going to light this, have my goddess out, have my whatever, mirrors, have all that energy out and ready. And sit down, shut your eyes, bring that cone of power in around you. If you need to do the four corners and put a protective circle around you, do that. Okay? My stepdaughter made a protection spirit out of clay. Perfect. That I keep right in front of my house. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Do that. Let's say it is now. You can have rhyming spells. You can have spells that don't rhyme. You can just think in your head. You can say it out loud. Whatever works for you works for you. Here is an example of a protection spell. All acts of negativity will now return to thee. All bad you try to send my way upon your own self will hold sway. All actions, thoughts, and words of hate become your own decided fate. By all up high, the worlds and wise, by oceans wide and deep blue skies, by day and night and powers three, this is my will, so mote it be. Harm to none, nor return on me. That is in my Pinterest under spells, or conversely under chants, prayers, and something else like that. It's all under Book of Shadows, spells, or Book of Shadows chants. Here's a mirror spell, same thing, reflecting that energy back on the sender. Here's a quickie spell for anyone needing some defense. And just because you didn't write it doesn't mean that it's not going to work for you. Just make it your own, though. Take it and go, oh, cool, but I really like this herb for this kind of thing. Or I really like this color candle. Or I really work with Hecate. Or I really whatever. Here's a quickie spell for anyone needing some defense. This spell has been used to reflect harmful energies back to individuals who send them your way. It works like a charm and is very simple. Get a small mirror. Feel free to dissect a compact and generate all of your energy into the mirror while holding it with the reflective side away from you, and repeat. Circle of reflection, circle of protection. May the sender of all harm feel the power of this charm. Place the charged mirror in the window, facing towards the abode of this nasty person. So if you know where they live, just face them in that general direction. The important thing is not to look into that mirror once it's been charged. Don't look at it, because then you brought it back on yourself, away from you. So that reflection should be outward, okay? That is the general idea, guys. Now, let's say you find one of these spells and you're like, oh, I really like that wording, but I don't like the rest of it. Take the words. Take the words. Use what you know and take those words and use them. If you don't feel comfortable, make it up your own. If you feel comfortable making up your own, anything that you make is usually more powerful than anything you take. That doesn't mean it doesn't work, though. I'm not a great wordsmith when I'm tired. So if I'm tired, I'll go on Pinterest and go, okay, find me something that says this is what I want to do. How long do you let the candle go for? However long you feel like it's working and you want to sit there. If you know you don't have a whole lot of time, but you want to start this spell, use a birthday candle and let it burn right out, and then start anew the next day. If you start with a big candle and you decide, I'm going to do this for 7 days straight, I'm going to do this for 1 whole week to really set that intention, light it, do your meditation, think about it, really set up that energy, snuff it out. When you're ready, when you feel like, okay, yeah, it's working. Before it starts to drop, before you start feeling the energy drop, as soon as you start feeling like, okay, I don't know how long I can keep this up, snuff it out. Take a break, come back to it later today, come back to it tomorrow, come back to it in 2 days, however long you feel like you want to wait for that. It's up to you. Your stuff has to work for you. right? Okay, what else? Oh, I was going to bring up, there are bindings and stuff. That's all different stuff than protection. And so what we're talking about is protection energy. But there is all kinds of stuff out there, guys. Get creative. Chime candles. Yep, absolutely. I heard somebody say chime candles. I have a bunch of different sealing wax. This one I got off of Wish. You know, Wish, the really cheapo thing. They work. I wouldn't buy clothes from Wish for the most part because size-wise, good luck. You never know what size you're going to get. But I have bought all kinds of different colors of sealing wax. I have wax sealers of a pentacle. Oh, come on. That's right. Remember, if you are doing a binding, you're binding yourself to that person, right? Unless you do, there's different ways to do it. But yes, be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, the binding, don't do a binding. Ugh, come on. Hate this. All right. So this, oh, here's my pentacle. Okay. So this is a wax sealer. And then this one is a star with, what does it have on there? Other stars and all that kind of stuff. Yep. And this is called wax sealant. This happens to be gold. So I have a bunch of different colors of wax sealant based on, you know, what my intention is. I'll use different colors for it. I have red, I have blue, purple. That's bronze, gold, black. Depends on what my intention is. You're going to write a letter. Write a letter of protection. If you're doing an energy vampire, write a letter. Say, hey, Kathy, I don't know what the hell it is about you that every day I get sucked into your drama, but I am not getting sucked into it this time. Crayons in a pinch. Absolutely, Jackie. Perfect. I'm not getting sucked into it this time, and I am not going to allow you to suck my energy from me anymore. So mote it be. Fold that letter up. Drip your wax sealant on it. Wait a second. When it just starts to harden, put your wax sealer on there. Not today, Kathy. Put your wax sealant on there, seal it up. No one can touch that seal. No one can open it but you. Even if they do, energetically, that is not allowed. You have said to this intention, no one will open the seal but me. If I decide to change that and open the seal, that's on me. I usually know I don't want to ever open that seal. So now I've taken that I have waxed up and sealed, and I go burn it. So it's done. The intention is set. There is no more. I've used my pentacle reel. Oh, yes, yes, yes. My pentacle ring. Yep, as a wax stamp. Perfect. Yes, you can burn it. There you go. Perfect. For sure, for sure, for sure. Absolutely. And there you go. What else can you do, guys? God, there's so many different things you can do. So many. You just really have to make it your own. Where do you put the letters? Wherever you want. If you want to bury them in your yard, bury them in your yard. If you have access to Kathy's yard and you can do it where you don't get busted, go bury it in Kathy's yard. Yeah, yes, I do bury most of my ashes. Unless it is, for stuff like that, I absolutely would bury the ashes. Unless it is something I'm releasing. And then I actually use it for my black salt because it seems to help in the protection quality of it. This is winter, so you can make a snowman. There you go, snowman protection poppet. Perfect. If you're a water person, you can put it in a bowl of water and wait for it to disintegrate a lot, and then you know that's there, and then bury it. Okay, witch bottles. Let's go through witch bottles real quick. Witch bottles are for all kinds of intention. The most, I don't know, famous witch bottle is going to be your house protection witch bottle. A lot of people do house protection. And they do a witch bottle and then they bury it, usually at the farthest corner of your property. Which, the best thing for a witch bottle, black salt. Black salt is good for a lot of things. Black salt, you are mixing up the ashes of whatever that intent is. So now not only is the salt cleansing and protecting and everything that salt does, but whatever you have burned, you write down your intention, burn it, use those ashes to make black salt. Now that intention is specifically mixed up into, yep, kind of depends on what the purpose is. There you go. That's exactly right. Witch bottles. I always use, whatever this is. Black sand as well. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I always use mason jars because it's easier to fit the stuff that thank you, Ash. What if you live in a condo? You can put it in the furthest corner of your house. Just put it somewhere that you don't want to open this again. If you're doing a witch bottle for protection of your home, you do not want to open it again. Don't wanna. So make sure that your kids can't reach it, that your husband can't go, what the hell is this? You do not want that happening. A plant outside, a closet. I lived in an apartment once, and there was in the back of my closet was this almost like cubby hole thing. And I think that way back in the day, they used to have like the old little water heaters or something. Burying a hanging plant outside, that's a good idea. So I would push open there was a little panel, and I would push that open and put it in there. Nobody was ever going in there again. It's probably still sitting there. They don't even know. Because I never took it out of there. Once you're done with it, you usually aren't going to touch it again. But remember that it's there. If you're putting it in a potted plant, just remember that it's there. You don't want to dump it and have it break. All right, Lola, thanks, honey. Behind radiators. That's good. Yep. Okay, what are you putting in witch bottles? Depends on what it's for. If you're doing a protection witch bottle, you want to add some of you in here. You're protecting you, and you're protecting your family, and you're protecting your home. So what constitutes you? Your hair, semen, urine, blood, skin cells. I'm not saying cut yourself and bleed into here. Please don't. All right, we were all kids once and did the blood pact and stuff. So I guess if you want to do a little prick, or fine. Do not slice yourself open though, please. Hair, urine, there's easier ways to do it. Semen if you want. Put some of that in there. You want you in there because nail clippings, yes, spit. That's right. Some of you should be in here. What else? Oh, these are not my good ones. Wait, where's my good ones? They're probably in the back because I hide them because I don't want anybody to use them on accident. Oh, you know what? I probably couldn't. No, that's my benzoin, snake skin, beehive. If you found a beehive, guess what? Beehives are great for protection. Do you want to go near one? Nope, you certainly don't. Beehives are great. Wasps. Now, I do not kill wasps, but I will collect them if I see them. They're good ingredients. Okay, I don't recommend this for this particular use, but cicadas. I use cicada shells a lot for patients because, they disappear for 7 years and come back. All right, so these are not, where the hell are my good nails? Are they over here? Yep, they're over here. Duh. Okay. So I have iron nails that I have collected through the years. I have railroad stakes. Oh yeah, I don't kill wasps. But if they die, or if they, you know, have built a home in my house, or in my, I've had a couple that built a house right in my, you know, where the window opens and stuff. So iron stakes, really old iron nails. I pick this shit up all the time. I have my other jar that's actually coffin nails that iron coffin nails that I got from my best friend when I was growing up. She, her family owned a, you know, funeral home. My brain. And so she would collect them, the old ones. She would collect the old ones when she, you know, her dad would pull out and be like, oh my God, I can't use these. Yeah. Okay. So I keep iron nails. Iron nails that will set the intention, that really gets right in there and sets that intention. These are my coffin nails. Would an old iron nail from the roof of our house work? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you know it's iron, for sure. Iron nails. What else? You can use pieces of hawthorn. Obviously, these are huge, but you can break off a thorn. You can use peppers. You can use jalapenos. You can. What is it that you think of that makes you go, oh, ugh. That is all stuff that will protect your home and your family. Nails for me, funeral home would be pretty powerful. Yes, absolutely. You're welcome, guys. Broken glass, broken mirrors. Yes, yes, yes. That spiders, absolutely. Spiders, snake skin. If you're a person that doesn't like snakes, now if you're a person that loves snakes, you might not want to put snake skin in there, because your intention is in there. So your intention is going, did I just spit? Did. Your intention is going, it's snake skin. Who cares? My intention might be different. Like, this is a gorgeous snake skin. I don't mind snakes, so I would not put this in there. But roaches, there you go. Absolutely. Whatever you have that you don't like. What else? Graveyard dirt. I'm going to tell you right now, some graveyard dirt I use for good stuff. Some graveyard dirt is used for protection. What is this? Oh, this is dogfight dirt. This is a good one to go in a protection jar. Ants, for sure. Dogfight dirt. I waited 2 years for dogs to get into a fight so I could figure out where they were, and so I could come back when they were all done and dig up some of that dirt. Not a lot. I don't have a whole bunch, but I got a little bit. I sprinkle in a little bit when I do that. Centipedes, for sure. Yep. What else? What else do I? This is my kind of weird shelf that I have all kinds of my oddity stuff. Money drawing powder. What is this? I have lots of beehives for some reason all of a sudden. I have a robin's egg shell. You see my blue robin's egg shell? So, people think I'm goofy. If you're on my Instagram, look back to about a year and a half ago when I went to Virginia. And my sons and I, thank goodness my sons know me. My sons and I walked along the beach, and I had like a rolling carry-all thing with me because my sons knew that I would be picking shit up off the beach. So what did I get? I got a, what do you call those? Hermit crab shells. I got a hermit crab shell. I got a sea snake skeleton. I got all kinds of shit off the beach that, of course, most people were like, ew, why would you grab that? Our car stank on the way home. I thought my husband was going to throw it all out because he's like, what the hell is that smell? I'm like, I don't know. What is that smell? Jeez, he opened up the trunk. I had a whole bag of all this weird shit that I picked up off the beach. And I'm like, don't even think about touching it. I got it. He pulled it all in with me. So you can use whatever you have. I do have an Instagram. Yep, I do. Whatever you have. You can see the pictures of all the shit I picked up at the beach if you look on my Instagram. Yep, crab shells. Yep. Absolutely. Whatever you have. All right. So, any questions? Any thoughts? Anything I missed? I'm trying to look around and see if there's stuff on here that I didn't talk about. Oh, I do have that deck, but we probably have gone on too long. You guys don't really want to see this deck, right? It's been a long night, hasn't it? Found a bunch of crab claws at the beach. Perfect. How accepting of your craft is your husband? He is very accepting, actually. He is a Christian, kind of. But he's always been really good about that. Pokeweed is toxic, so that could be an option for sure. Show us. Hexen wants to see it. God, why do I kill myself when I have my glasses on my head, literally? Jen, thank you once again for a great night of information. Also, thanks to everybody else for all the input and great ideas. No problem. All right, so if you really want to you really want to see it. Okay, so I found a great deal. It's a Baba Studios deck. This is my first Baba Studios deck. And I got it because they sent me an email because, of course, I have, pre-ordered the Alice Tarot. And so they sent me an email to say, hey, we are putting a whole bunch of these decks on sale that don't have boxes. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll put it in a bag. I don't need a box. And I really, really wanted the Bohemian Gothic. And that's what I got, which I'm really excited about. Now, it's the mini. It's the mini Bohemian Gothic. But I love these images. So even if I just am bringing them with me, you are so welcome. Absolutely. Anytime. I will do these quickly because, you probably have all seen them. If you know Baba Studios, you've probably all seen them because I drool over tons of videos. But so I paid very, compared to what Baba Studios decks normally are, I paid very little because it doesn't have a box. So I'm like, I don't care. Cool. So the backs are the silver, and it's actually, I know it looks black, it's actually navy. So it's really pretty. So that's just the title card. It is the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. And so excited. How am I going to do this? All right, hold on. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so I can have a little bit more light, and I can put them down over here. You want borders? Really? I don't. Okay, here's the full card. God, I love this deck. Just looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't care if it's a teeny tiny version. I have this deck now. Look at that full. I love it. Hi, Deb. Here's the Magician. And I am a dark deck freak. I love dark decks. So, there it is. Ugh. I adore dark decks. Adore it. And they are gorgeous. Right? And I'm going to find a little tin. I just know. Hi, Maddie. I just know somewhere has the perfect little tin. Because you know what? Jen, don't you have the 13 deck? The 13 deck. No. Yeah, is that what they're called, Maddie? They're mini. So look at, my hands are huge. But they are little. Yeah. Yay, I know, right? This has been a weird day, right? Anyways, I know out there is the perfect little tin that I can, how do you spell the name of this? Hold on, here you go. Gothic Tarot, the Bohemian Gothic Tarot, the mini deck. And it is Baba Studios. See that? At the very bottom there, Baba Studios, BABA Studios.com. I do too. I just love dark decks. So, here's the Hierophant. They just are that creepy feel. I just love them. Just love them. You're so welcome, you guys. Here's the Lovers. Look at the Lovers. Look at the moon behind them. I love it. I love Baba Studios. I never have paid that much for decks, so I was like, forget it. I'm not paying that much. But when I saw that this was, I mean, it was like half off because it didn't have a box. And I'm like, so what? So my computer tends to cut out a lot during live videos. Does anyone have plans or recommendations for the super blood moon eclipse? Yes. We are definitely going to do something. We haven't really talked about it, huh? It's Sunday, huh? We will definitely be doing something for the eclipse. For sure. There's the Hermit. Look at how cool that Hermit is. See, this is what a Gothic deck should be like. Yes, Jack, yes. Not that crappy, ugh, gosh, that awful, aren't they? Not that awful teenage, I don't know, something or other. There's my Justice. Look at the guy in the background. Love it. Love it. Right? That would be cool. When is the blood moon? It is Sunday. Here's the Hanged Man. Look at him hanging there. Or her. Freaking awesome. Love it. Love it. I woke up. Hi, Pankaj. Death. Look at the Death card. Ah! I have to admit that I purposely didn't look a whole lot at this deck before showing you guys because I wanted my reactions too because I love this deck. Yeah. Here's Temperance. Look at the water is coming from the old like statue face. So gorgeous. Here is the Devil. Two women. Look at her. With the syringe. Oh, I love it. Good night, Gretchen. Oh, that is a great Devil card. That might be one of my favorite ever Devil cards. That is freaking awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. Here is the Tower. Oh, look at. So cool. Oh, I do love this deck. Here's the Star. With the fountain. The stone fountain. Even the Star is that Bohemian dark, right? This is absolutely what a Gothic deck is supposed to look like. The Moon. Here's our Moon card. Oh, look at the wolf behind her. Oh, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. All right, guys. I know Baba Studios is super expensive, but I will tell you what, they're so worth it. I know I want the Victorian Romantic too, but I had to go with my Alice Tarot because it's been years. All right, so here we go. I have to say, out of all the creepy babies in the Sun card, this creepy baby face is, yes, it definitely comes in a larger version, is the best creepy baby face because it's supposed to be creepy and it really isn't that creepy. Hold on. Can you see it? I guess it's safe to say you love this deck, right? I know. No problem, Tangerine. Thanks for coming, sweetheart. Judgment. Oh, look at his ribs sticking out. Love it. Love it. the world. The best creepy baby face. Yes. Oh, look at her. Oh, that's just so gorgeous. This is so what a Gothic deck is supposed to be. So we start off with the wands. Yay, my favorite suit. All right, I didn't say that. Swords are my favorite suit, but I really love the wands. Have you seen the marigold? Yes, I have. I really want it. I almost backed it on Kickstarter, and then I just didn't have the money when it finally was done. Here's the Two of Wands. Look at, he's even got a portal. He's right in there, but look at the darkness in the back. That idea is still sparking there. It's not creepy, it's cute. Yay! Yeah, absolutely. When you like creepy, it certainly is just cute. Here's the Three of Wands. The ideas start coming in. How does Kickstarter work? Kickstarter, I back so much. I'm a super backer on Kickstarter because I'm kind of a Kickstarter freak. But when creators want to do a deck, but they can't afford to do a deck like out of their own pocket. All right, why is my thing so bad? Oh, because I'm at 18%. Shit. All right, hold on. Then you can pledge money. You can say, if enough people say that they will buy this deck, then I will give you, and it says like $45 will get you the deck. Whoops. And then at the end of the time period that it gives them, if enough people have said, yes, I will buy this deck and I pledge this money, they charge your credit card and that creator makes the deck, and it takes them a while. Sometimes it takes a year to get that deck, but you are the first ones to get that deck in your hands, and you helped the creator bring that into fruition, which I love. I love that idea. There's the Four of Wands. I got to go a little faster before my thing runs out of batteries. There's the 5. 6. There's our victory card. We just did this one last night. So you pledge certain money and then pay for the deck. Yes, like there's different levels. So they'll say for $45 you can get a deck and a book. For $50 you can get a deck, a book, and a pin. They have different levels of it. Oh, look at 7 of Wands. Look at. All right, so the first thing I think of being a Buffy person is when Giles turned into that Shiraka demon. Might be cheaper. Yes, it usually is cheaper than what you end up paying for it. It could be related, right? 8 of Wands. Ugh, God, I just love this deck. 9. Oh, yeah. I just love this. 10. Look at the shadow. Oh, look at the shadow. Yay, Buffy reference. Yay, Leolyn. I'm so glad someone gets it. Look at the shadow. How awesome. Krampus. Yeah, it does look like Krampus. Page of Wands. Here's the Knight. Look at the background. Look at this. Oh! All right, I'm in love with this deck. I might have to find a way to get the damn big version now. Damn it. This is what I was hoping, is that when I got this version, I'd be like, awesome. Okay, now I have a Baba Studios deck. I have the Alice deck coming, so I'm good. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to have to get the bigger version now. Damn it. I'm writing a book that's half Buffy and half Dishonored the video game. That's awesome. You'll have to send it to us. I would love to read it. There's the Ace of Cups. Look at that freaking chalice. How cool is that? 2 of Cups. Look at her. She's like, okay, creepo. Love it. 3 of Cups. Oh, so cute. Look at, there's me, Simon, and Jennifer. Oh, I may have lost both sides of my heritage. Both parents are dead. DNA tracings. What? I'm so sorry to hear that. If you're talking about yourself, that's horrible. Oh, it's giving me a battery warning, guys. Hold on. Is there any cards that you really want to see before this goes? 6. Want me to get to the sword suit or anything? Is there any cards you want to see before we go? Oh, we did the star. Got to look back for that one. 3 of Swords. All right, 3 of Swords. Right, I always have to look at the 3 of Swords too. Oh, it's okay. Whew. That scared me, honey. I was like, holy shit, what the hell? Look at it's her face. Her face says it all. That's all they need. There's no blood, no gore. This is what I meant. Someone bugged me about our review of the awful, Tarot de Nuit because we wanted more gore. I was talking about the feel of a Gothic deck. What else? Oh, I always want to see the 10 of Swords too. And the 9 of Swords. If they do the 9 of Swords, good. Oh, yeah. 9 of Swords. Here is the Nightmare card. Love it. Look at that. That Nightmare card is freaking incredible. Both parents have been dead for a long time. Oh, well, I'm still sorry about that, though. And then the 10 of Swords. Here's our 10. 7. Okay, I'll back up to the 7. Here's the 10. Oh, at the gravestone. Oh, Bohemian Gothic Tarot. Here's the 7. Oh, look at her eyes. And she's taking the Book of Shadows. Baba Studios. B-A-B-A Studios. S-T-U-D-I-O-S. Baba Studios. Expensive, but so worth it. All right, guys. I'm going to go before it runs out on me. Love you. Protect each other. Protection stuff. Protect each other. Fool. Baba Studios. Thank you, Stephen. Look at that fool. It's gorgeous. Yeah, right? Love you guys. Blessings. Be good to each other.